What's up everyone? Welcome back to another video here on the Simply Car Things YouTube channel, and as the title of today's video would suggest, we're going to be diving straight into how much I paid for my 2018 BMW M4. All of the costs associated with it, how much I pay for this car every single month, and just sort of breaking down the financials behind owning an M4 just like what I have. And I'm pretty sure this is something that a lot of you guys are curious about. A lot of you guys, I know for a fact, are in the market for a car like this, or maybe just a BMW in general, and maybe just want to get an idea of how much someone like myself is paying for this car. Don't worry, we're going to dive into all of that in just a quick second. But before we do so, if you could go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, as it would help the YouTube algorithm spread this video to other people that may be interested in the same type of content. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel down below. That would mean a ton to me. We just crossed 50,000 subscribers on Simply Car Things, and that means the world to me, guys. Thank you so much for the support. But let's not waste any time and let's dive right into it. How much do I pay for my M4? So I guess the first thing to start off with is where I picked up the car, which was Porsche Irvine. It's a dealership located in Southern California. They're located in Orange County specifically. This was a used car that I had seen on their website, on their inventory, and it had actually been for sale for about 2 months or so. And I slowly kind of watched them shave down the price. Now, the price that I ended up buying the car for was $50,900. So pretty much $51,000. And originally they had it listed for around $55,000, but over the month and a half or so that I was sort of eyeing it, I noticed that they continually were shaving the price off, just because I think it was overpriced at that point and they couldn't sell it, obviously. So why did I pick this specific M4? Well, there were a couple reasons. For one, I really loved the color combination, which was Alpine White over Secure Orange. The car also had the carbon fiber roof. That was a must-have for me. I was not going to take an M4 with a sunroof. I needed one with the carbon fiber roof. That was just, it was going to be a deal breaker if it did not have carbon roof. I also really wanted the DCT gearbox. So once all those things were checked off, those were the four main things that I was like, okay, it has all those, it's good to go. Next up, this is a 2018 model, meaning it's the LCI, or the facelifted life cycle impulse model of BMW M4. It came with the executive package with the Icon LED headlights. That was a really big plus for me because I think they look absolutely amazing. And with my last M4 having the pre-LCI headlights that were the non-full LED ones, this was going to be a huge upgrade in terms of the overall look of the car. This car also has the executive package with heads-up display, which was a really nice option. Now, for some of you guys that follow this channel closely, you'll know that my last M4 was a stripper spec. It didn't have really any options, and to be honest, I really loved it that way. But if there were two things that I really wanted with another M4, it was going to be the full LED headlights as well as the heads-up display. This one also happened to have Harman Kardon audio, the 18-inch wheels, which for track use and just for overall sporty driving was going to be the most functional and lightweight. And because of that, overall, just something about the car really appealed to me. And that's why I ended up going for it and ultimately pulling the trigger on it. So after taxes and all the dealer fees and all that, the car came out to just under $56,000, which I know is quite a lot, especially for a used M4. It definitely is not cheap. But for me, my justification behind that was this is a long-term buy for myself. Now, if I didn't plan on keeping this car for more than like 2 to 3 years, there's no way I would have picked it up. No way, just too much money. I would have definitely gone for like a pre-LCI, like a 2015, try to find something under 40 grand and just call it a day. But honestly, because I figured the M4 is like one of my dream cars. It's a car that I personally I don't even see myself selling the car in the future, to be honest. And I'm so set on the fact that this is a car that I plan on keeping and building and properly modifying into something that I can truly enjoy. That was my justification as to why I could basically go ahead and spend extra on a car like this, just to make sure that I got exactly what I wanted out of an M4. So I actually ended up financing the car through my credit union. So the dealership was actually owned by this company called AutoNation, which, I mean, they make the buying process really easy, but in terms of, if you're someone that is always like hunting for like crazy good deals, never buy a car from AutoNation, because in all honesty, their deals are very subpar. They will try to sell you on a car and make it seem like it's an amazing deal. Very rarely is it even a great deal, you know. And like I said, the only reason why I was okay with spending just a little more money than probably the market value of the car would have suggested was because the specification was something that I really wanted, and it just sort of ticked all the boxes for me. So like I said, financed the car through the credit union. I put roughly 50% down as a down payment on the car, and then I financed the remainder of the 50% or so. So with my credit union, the terms are a little bit weird, but the way mine is financed is for 66 months, and my payment is about $511 a month. To me, cars are just my absolute passion. I am extremely frugal in pretty much every single other aspect of my life. I'm sure some of my friends are probably gonna be watching this video that can definitely attest to that. I am a cheap ass person, trust me. When it comes to things that are non-car related, I really don't spend that much money. And on top of that, I'm very confident that I can pay this car off pretty early, well within the terms of my auto loan. So I'm not too worried about making payments or affording the car itself, but I just wanted to be as transparent with you guys so that you guys have all the info and the rundown as to how much I'm paying for this car, and maybe you guys can gauge and make the best decision for yourself in terms of the financials behind owning a BMW F8X M car. So now that you guys know how much exactly I paid for the car, well, I'm gonna tell you guys how much it costs to register an M4. So I haven't actually paid for the registration on this car yet, because that was actually included with the cost of the vehicle. But with my previous M4, my 2015, the registration in the state of California was about $560 if I remember correctly. And obviously that is an annual fee, and usually as the years go on, the registration fee decreases, especially as the vehicle gets older. But with this car, I suspect it'll be a little more expensive, maybe closer to like $600 for 1 year of registration. In terms of insurance on this car, I do have full coverage, of course. I would definitely not be driving this car if I wasn't fully covered on insurance. And the insurance, because of my accident with my last M4, my premium did go up a little bit. So for every 6 months of insurance on the M4, it's around $1,200 to $1,300. The price can vary a little bit as each interval comes along, but just so you guys have an idea, that's how much I pay roughly every 6 months for insurance on the car. So $511 a month on the car is just the base payment, and then you're looking at around $580 to $600 is my guesstimate for registration on a 2018 M4. Then I'm paying between $1,200 to $1,300 a month for insurance every 6 months on the car. And then you also factor in gas expenses, the expenses to modify the car as well, track the car, you know, whatever the case is. Obviously, being a car enthusiast is not a cheap hobby. I'm sure you guys know that very, very well. And of course, let me tell you, I can attest to that as well. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed till the very end, please go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel down below if you have not done so already. As always, I hope you guys were able to find quite a bit of valuable info out of this video and take away some information that can help you in terms of the buying process of your own BMW or whatever car it may be that you're looking at. If you guys have any other questions or any additional info that you want to know, please leave a comment in the comment section down below, or hit me up on Instagram at simplycarthings_. I'll be sure to get back to every single one of you guys to the best of my ability. And with all that being said, that is going to do it, guys. I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.